Not often we talk about brave women in history. Oftentimes, their contributions are overlooked. Meet one of the greatest woman warriors in history, Queen Nanny. Queen Nanny was born in what is today Ghana in 1686. She came from the Ashanti tribe. The Ashanti Empire was a pre-colonial West African state that emerged in the 17th century in what is now Ghana. The Ashanti or Asante were an ethnic subgroup of the Akan-speaking people and were composed of small chiefdoms. Queen Nanny, alongside her four brothers, were kidnapped and sold into slavery in Jamaica. After spending many years as an enslaved woman, she decided to escape from the plantation and moved to the mountains. Nanny and one brother, Kwao, founded a village in the Blue Mountains on the eastern side of Jamaica, which became known as Nannytown. There, she became the leader of a group of enslaved Africans called the Windward Maroons and led multiple revolts in Jamaica. Nannytown, placed as it was in the mountains away from European settlements and difficult to assault, thrived. Nanny limited her attacks on plantations and European settlements and preferred instead to farm and trade peacefully with her neighbors. She did, however, make numerous successful raids to free enslaved Africans held on plantations, and it has been widely accepted that her efforts contributed to the escape of almost 1,000 enslaved Africans over her lifetime. While Nanny lived, Nannytown and the Windward Maroons thrived and multiplied. The British colonial administration became embarrassed and threatened by the successes of the Maroons. Plantation owners who were losing enslaved people and having equipment and crops burned by Maroon raiders demanded that colonial authorities act. Hunting parties made up of British regular army soldiers, militiamen, and mercenaries, many from the free black community, scoured the Jamaican jungles. Both legends and documents refer to her as having exceptional leadership qualities. She was a small, wiry woman with piercing eyes. Her influence over the Maroons was so strong that it seemed to be supernatural and was said to be connected to her powers of Obeah, a term used in the Caribbean to describe folk magic and religion based on West African influences. She was particularly skilled in organizing the guerrilla warfare carried out by the Eastern Maroons to keep away the British troops who attempted to penetrate the mountains to overpower them. She was known by both the Maroons and the British settlers as an outstanding military leader who became, in her lifetime and after, a symbol of unity and strength for her people during times of crisis. She was particularly important to her fellow Maroons in the fierce fight with the British during the First Maroon War, which began in 1720. In 1733, Nannytown was captured by the British and later destroyed. The war stopped for a few months in 1739 with a truce, and Cudjoe, one of Nanny's brothers and a leader during the Maroon War, was the driving force behind the treaty. The first treaty, then Kwaku, her brother, signed the second treaty month after the first treaty was signed. Her spirit of freedom was so great that in 1739, it is reported that Nanny was very angry and in disagreement with the principle of peace with the British, which she knew meant another form of subjugation. She died between 1750 and 60, as likely of natural causes, after the First Maroon War. The First Maroon War concluded with treaties signed in 1740, which granted autonomy to the Windward Maroons, the group Nanny led. In 1976, Jamaica declared Nanny as their only female national hero, celebrating her success as a leader, military tactician, and strategist. Queen Nanny is celebrated as a symbol of empowerment and resistance. Her story has been the subject of books, documentaries, and academic studies that explore her role in both Jamaican and British history. Notably, Queen Nanny is celebrated in Jamaica on the $500 note, colloquially referred to as a nanny, symbolizing her enduring place in the nation's identity. The Maroon communities she helped establish continue to thrive, preserving their unique cultural heritage. Moortown remains a vibrant settlement, celebrating Nanny's memory through annual festivals and oral traditions. On March 31, 1982, the Right Excellent Nanny of the Maroons was conferred the Order of the National Hero as per government notice. 23 Jamaica Gazette, along with Sam Sharp,